What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to analyze this loss against Arsenal, right? And like, share, subscribe. Let's get into it. Alright, so firstly, I must say, Ruben Amorim, he's a legitimate coach. Now, you guys know I have been defending Ten Hag for quite some while. And since Amorim has come to United, I've seen a clear play style. I've seen an ideology. And it looks as though the players are trying to play this ideology of football, right? So, first things first, I have to lift my hat off to Amorim for improving that aspect of management here at United. Now, people, in saying that, I'm saying that yes, Arsenal showed their class. They are better than us. They're a better drill team thus far. But I mentioned the previous point to say that they started off trying to play how the manager wants them to play. But ultimately, Arsenal, they showed their class in the second half, and you saw the breakdown, the difference in quality in the second half. And that's understandable from a team who is learning a new philosophy and learning the new style of play. Now, to really get into the game, there are a few things that I observed. And the first thing I observed is that we need lots of work in set piece defending, because the two goals that we scored today were from set pieces, and Arsenal also got a free kick also, which nearly ended up into a goal scoring situation. So Arsenal got over 10 corners, and every single corner that Arsenal took, to me, I thought it would have been a goal. Some hit the crossbar, some Xerxes almost had an own goal, and you know, the two goals are from the corner, so we need to work on set piece defending. That's the first thing. Alright, so the next observation is that we need to work on, this is so funny, Ten Hag wanted us to be the best transition team. Now we need to work on transition. Now this philosophy that Amorim is implementing is a possession-based philosophy, as well as it's keen on packing the middle of the pitch. So it's preventing penetration from inward, from in the middle of the pitch, right? So in saying so, it also requires us to be good in transition, good in progressing from defense, midfield to attack. And today, I saw that we were unable to successfully transition the ball each time going forward. And Arsenal, being a better team, highlighted that weakness in our squad and in the philosophy of Amorim. And ladies and gentlemen, in saying that, I'm also going to add that because we are poor in the transitional phases of the philosophy, we need strikers also who have varying qualities to successfully execute this transition. Rasmus Højlund today, to be honest, it was a graveyard shift. Didn't really get service as a result of the ball not being transitioned to him. However, he needs to work on hold-up play. Not only him, we're also sloppy in possession. When Mason Mount gets the ball, we lose it within seconds, right? That's another thing. We turn over the ball too much. And we need to work on that. In order for Amorim's system to be a success, transition needs to improve, and retention and protection of the ball needs to be improved. Now, another thing, this has been a very big issue, and I'm going to say this probably since Sir Alex Ferguson left as manager. We don't feed the strikers. And based on everything else I spoke about, meaning poor ball retention, poor transition, poor build-up play, you name all the shebang, right? We're unable to feed the strikers. And yes, you can say, well, It's Arsenal. What else you expect? That's fine. But even against the Bordeaux's and all Bordeaux Glimt and all those other teams, even the Ipswich game, we hardly saw any balls being fed to the strikers. Right? We need to create more chances. So there's a lot to our game that we need to improve. Alright, so this is a segment now of the video where I'm going to get into player ratings. So we're going to start off with our goalkeeper. Andre Onana today, he was decent. I would give him a 6 out of 10 for his performance today. And the reason being, he didn't keep a clean sheet. And there's not much he could do with those corners that were scored on him. Nonetheless, he made a couple saves. But because I don't want to give him bang average 50%, 5 out of 10, I am giving him a 6. He's improving this season. Now, let's get to the centre backs. Harry Maguire, I would also give him a 6 because he came off early in the second half for Lenny Yoro and stuff like that. Lenny Yoro, he kind of looked rusty. We'll get to him soon. But Maguire is a 5. Now, Mazraoui, he's still playing out of position. He's still playing in his one of the 3 centre-back positions, right? And we know he played on the left side today because the absence of Lisandro Martinez and stuff. I would give him, he's normally a 7 out of 10 on average, but today he had a more harder game and more tasks to do today. I'll give him a 6.5 out of 10. Now, De Ligt. You see, if we had drawn or won this game, I would have given De Ligt a higher score. But I'm going to give De Ligt a 6.5. Despite I said in the shorts video that De Ligt was one of the bright sparks in the loss against Arsenal. However, but De Ligt 6.5. Now, Tyrell Malacia. He came off again after 45 minutes. He looked rusty. He's still rusty. And I'm not saying he's world class. I'm not saying he's the best left back in the world or the best left back at Man United. But he looked rusty again. He got skinned a few times again. 5 out of 10. I'm not going to even spend too long on him. No, Bruno, 6 out of 10. Average 6 out of 10 people. He's looking better than earlier on in the season. He's not as sloppy in possession anymore. But he's still sloppy. Not as sloppy, but still sloppy. So, 6 out of 10. Manuel Ugarte. Alright, for me, 6 out of 10. He was the 6.5 out of 10. Because he was the better in that double midfield pivot than Bruno today. He won a few tackles, he gave away the ball, and yeah, pretty average performance, just the same. Diogo, 6 out of 10. Right? Mason Mount, 6 out of 10. Garnacho, 6 out of 10. Rasmus, sorry bro, 6 out of 10. Didn't get much service, needed to improve his hold-up play and ball retention. He kind of controlled a few balls and they went way over to North Korea and stuff. He needs to work on that. Alright, so the substitutes. Now, once more. Firstly, came on was Ahmad. I would say 7. And this may be biased because of previous performances. But again, he came on and showed energy. He came on and won possession. He came on and he was trying to be the bright spark on the field. He's going to do good in this Amorim system. So 7 out of 10. It was so disappointing that we lost, but 7 out of 10 for Ahmad. Xerxes. Okay. You see, he played well in the week against Everton. And I think Xerxes and Rasmus, they have a lot of potential. They're young strikers. But a game like this, throwing him in the hot water, in the oven, he doesn't do well coming on the way he came on. And for me, Xerxes is a player that grows in games. Like, he'll start off a little rusty, a little offbeat, a little off tempo, and then he catches on. That's what we saw against Everton. Now today, he doesn't have the time to warm up to the game. He has to be able to hit it running when he comes on. So 6 out of 10 for Xerxes. Lenny Aro. Rusty today, right? He made one and few tackles, but still rusty. 6 out of 10. There's not much to really analyze about his performance. He got skinned by, was it Trossard? But 6 out of 10. He has just returned. Let's see what he will do in future games. Rashford, there's not much to analyze. He came on when we were 1-0 down. Didn't really get much of the ball to really make things work. 6 out of 10. I'm not going to spread hate, negativity about Rashford. Not much in the game to analyze about Rashford. And Anthony, I didn't think this player would even get lots of game time. Right? But 6 out of 10. He didn't do much. Probably my scores are too high. Probably I should have been giving 5s and 4s. But I'm analyzing it objectively. So 6 out of 10. Right? So he won a free kick. And then I like the idea, the set play for the free kick. However, the execution was poor. If Anthony was going to kick the ball to the keeper or kick it in the air, at least chip it back in the box, away from the goalkeeper. Or if you're going to kick it to the goalkeeper, low and hard. So that's pretty much it. All right, that's the player review. Okay, people, so that is my player ratings and match review of the Arsenal Man United fixture. Now, personally, the biggest positive of the game today is that I can clearly see how Amorim wants the team to play. But the problems that we had in the game, which resulted in our loss, are problems we have had before Ruben Amorim became manager. You can see that some players in the new philosophy, they are taking positive parts of their ability and implementing it in the philosophy, and we know the other players who we see it may not work out. So that's about it. Like, share, and subscribe. See you in our next video.